Hi everybody, I am recording this video. I don't know how long it will be, but just to record my NCLEX experience. Um, so as of today is July 18th, and since my last video, I have since received my authorization to test from Pearson VUE. California Board of Registered Nurses processed my app and sent notification to Pearson VUE, and I received my ATT. I think it was like May 30th, around there, or May 29th, one of those days. But it took about a month for the Board of California Registered Nursing to process my app. I sent it in on April 22nd, 2 weeks before I actually graduated, and they got around to processing it around that time that I received the ATT. So it wasn't long after graduation until I received my ATT. I graduated May 8th without a ceremony, and I graduated early. Because our original date was May 22nd, but as it turns out, there was one student who couldn't graduate early because they had some requirement to fulfill, a general ed requirement, and so they needed to wait until May 22nd. So on May 22nd, we actually did have a graduation, but it was a drive-through virtual. Virtual meaning they posted a little video on YouTube showing all of our pictures and with staff wishing us well on this nursing journey and all that jazz. So anyway, I received my ATT, graduated May 22nd, waited a few weeks until I received my ATT, well, not a few weeks, but almost 2 weeks, and signed up for June 19th. So my NCLEX date is tomorrow, and I'm feeling all kinds of anxiety, worry, everything. And I scheduled it for 5:30 p.m. because that was the only time available. And yeah, so I'm feeling really unprepared and nervous and feeling like I want to cry in the corner. I have since I found out my ATT, I've activated my UWorld, and my school paid for us to have UWorld. I think it's the 90-day one with a 2100 or so question bank, and 2 tests that we can take that will tell us our probability of passing the NCLEX. So I took the first exam around the first time that I started to study, and I got borderline, and started my Q bank, and I was getting, so far I've taken about 31 exams, all 60 questions each. At times I'll focus on a certain area, at times I'll just press select all, so I can cover all areas. And I've been making anywhere between the 50s. The very first test I took was 58%, and up until now, or until yesterday, it was about, sometimes I'll get 65% or 63, but mostly in the 50s. And then yesterday I started to make like 41%, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, so it fluctuates, and yesterday really worried me because I scored in the 40s. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now. And my sister-in-law is here and doesn't know that I'm actually taking the exam tomorrow. My sister-in-law, who also finished nursing school at the same time I did in Houston, and we'll be taking the NCLEX sometime within the next few months or 2 months. Doesn't know that I actually take it tomorrow. So she's down here in California visiting, and I'm gonna dip out around 4:30 or 3:30 to head out to the testing site. It's not even that far from me. It's like 15 minutes away from me, but still, I just want to be there early. And they've sent out emails. They even called me today to make sure that I wear a mask to the testing site or I will not be allowed in. Yeah, NCLEX actually called me, or the Sacramento location. So I'll be doing that, and just pray for me, and we'll see what happens. But I will definitely update everybody as this all happens, and film something that shows when I do the Pearson VUE trick, see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later. So here I am sitting outside of the testing facility, going to go in about 30 minutes. I got here really early, even though it took me 11 minutes to get here, and I know where it is. But I'm just really nervous, so I didn't want the worst case scenario to happen when I knew I had to be here on time. So here I am. So what I've done so far today is I haven't really relaxed, and I hope that doesn't come shoot me in the foot, or in, that I'm not, that I just hope it pays off, because I was just listening to Mark Clement lectures. I did not do any UWorld today. The last UWorld I did was last night, and I only took one test yesterday of 60 questions, and I scored a 60% on it. I don't know, something about Mark Clement, when I'm done listening to him, I just feel like I could do it. I could do anything, and then I get the material that's on UWorld. So I hope that works in my favor today. Today I just went over his diabetes lecture, his lecture on electrolytes, the dumping syndrome, hernia, and psychiatric meds or something like that, and just kind of went over his blue book, and I just hope that it pays off. Right now I'm a ball of nerves. I just want to get in there and take it. I feel like I wasn't even paying attention much when I was driving here. Like, my mind is on the worst case scenario, of course, but I know God's with me, and I know I can do this no matter what the outcome. I just really need to get rid of these nerves. I have my mask with me, that I borrowed from my sister-in-law, and my poor sister-in-law doesn't even know that I'm taking this exam today. I have her thinking that I'm taking the exam on Monday, the 22nd, and I am actually taking it today, Friday the 19th, and it's at 5:30 p.m. And the reason why I haven't told her is because tomorrow her mom, my mother-in-law, is supposed to be throwing her a surprise barbecue and inviting a lot of people, which in itself I understand, because she's a parent and she's very proud of her daughter, but I also think it's kind of stupid because of the virus that's going on. But yeah, she's doing that, and I just don't want any attention to go towards me in that moment, in the event I pass or in the event I don't pass. But I am claiming that I passed. Either way, I don't want any attention to go towards me. I just want it to be all about her and her accomplishment, because she's down from Texas, didn't really get to have anything, didn't have a graduation ceremony, well, I don't know what she did over there, but I don't think it was, a big to-do, a big soiree or celebration for her. So that's gonna happen tomorrow, and I just don't want anything about me to be in it. And that is the hard part about going to nursing school and becoming a nurse at the same time as a family member. You can never have your own victories, at least in my case. I don't know if it's the same for her, but I just want her to have her own victory. And I'll probably mention to her Sunday that I've taken it and tell her the results. But I will do the Pearson VUE trick when I receive that email today. I think it's today. At least that's what I've been reading about. Everything on the online saying that you get your email. Basically, thank you for taking the exam shortly after you've taken the exam on the same day. So pray for me. This is very suspenseful. I hate anxiety. I don't know who likes anxiety, but it just makes me feel like I can't breathe. So I'm just taking deep breaths and trying to control all of these emotions. All right, I will talk to you guys when I get out. Give you a little quick something when I'm done. See you later. So I took the exam and don't know how to feel. I didn't record on the way home because I was just feeling really depressed. Just really depressed because it didn't shut off at 60 for me. I got the full 130 questions. It did this thing at 60 questions where it was loading, so the screen took some time to come up, and I thought, oh my god, it's gonna shut off, but it did not. It just kept going and going and going, and I went in there and I was full of anxiety, full of just wondering if I was gonna pass, and so much to the point that the questions just seemed like it was in a foreign language to me. I was in a fog, and it felt like I was guessing the answer to every single question. Everything that I studied from Mark Klimek, from all the hard work I put in UWorld, just seemed to fly out the door. I got a few questions that, I had no idea what this disease process was, or what it was. It was just this was not mentioned in nursing school. One of those questions about some disease that I've never heard of. And so yeah, in a few hours I'm gonna go and check and do the Pearson VUE trick and see what happens. I went in there around 4:50 maybe, and got done with my test about 7:30. It just took me a long while. I took a break, and 2 hours in, your computer asks you, do you want to take a break? And I took that break. I usually don't, because at that time I was at question 100, and I usually was I only have 30 questions left, I might as well just put in this work. But then I thought to myself, I need to take this break and just reset, and that's exactly what I did. I went and I took that break, and came back, and I felt like that reset was what I needed because I could focus more. Things were more clear, and I just feel pretty much defeated. I failed this exam. So yeah, I'll record my results and we'll see what happens. Because I don't know what to do if I fail. Of course I'm gonna have to take it over, but I would just feel like excuse my French, but shit. And anyway, yeah. Record and see what happens. Record the results of the Pearson VUE trick. So I'm about to start the process on Pearson VUE. For those of you who don't know the Pearson VUE trick, what it is a few hours after you take your exam, the Pearson VUE, the people who make the test and administer it, sends you an email thanking you for taking the exam. Once you get that email, you could either check it right away or wait at least 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours, I've heard, to go ahead and do something like re-register for the exam, except you're acting like you're re-registering for the exam. In case you don't know what this is, from the other YouTube channels, thousands of other YouTube channels and websites that talk about this. This is what happens. We can find out quicker what our result is by doing this process. So I'm going back on the website and I'm acting like I'm re-registering for the exam. And if it lets me pay with my card, basically I'm entering in the wrong card info. I'm entering all the right numbers except for the expiration date. I'm entering a fake expiration date. If I've passed the exam, it will tell me, if I've passed the exam, it will tell me you've already registered for this test. If I fail the exam, it will tell me you've entered the incorrect card number. So that's what I'm doing right now. So give me a minute. I'm going to do this process. Okay, so I've entered in all the information, the wrong expiration date for my card, and now it's asking me to go ahead and submit the order. And after I press submit, we'll see if I passed. Feeling really nervous right now. Okay, so I'm gonna press it. I'm just gonna rip off the band-aid. Our records indicate that you have recently scheduled this exam. So that means I passed. So it says our records indicate that you have recently scheduled this exam. Another registration cannot be made at this time. So I passed. All I have to do is wait for oh my god, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. This journey is over. Like, not really, because then I have to look for a job and then go through the year of anxiety for what it's worth. But wow, this journey is basically over. It's unbelievable. It's surreal. Yeah, it's surreal. I gotta call my mom. I gotta tell people. Basically my mom. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this inspires anybody who's out there trying to get into the nursing program, about to enter the nursing program, about to take their NCLEX, whatever. You can do it. I did it. You can do it. You can definitely do it. If you failed the exam, keep trying. Just keep trying, because that's exactly what I was about. I was ready to keep trying. I was prepared to be like, yeah, I'm gonna have to keep trying, but I'm so grateful to God right now. I'm so grateful it came through, because it's, oh my God, it was basically all him that got me through this, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm at a loss of words, because either you gonna see me happy or you about to see me cry, and I don't like to cry in front of people, even if it is being recorded. Yeah, anyway, I guess I better change my channel from Future Nurse D to Nurse D. That's not taken already. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching and sticking with me throughout this whole journey. It's finally real. Now I gotta go on the job search and see what's to be done. Many options ahead of me right now. I have been applying to nurse residencies in Texas to get my foot in the door. My plan was, this was a few weeks ago, I came up with this brilliant plan to get into a Texas nurse residency, new grad nurse residency, try to see if I can get into the ICU, do that, get a year or so experience, and then go to a DNP program to become a CRNA. That's what I hope to do, and that is the goal. But at this time, I understand that it's whatever God places in my path. I will be humbled by it. I am, whatever it is He wants me to do, that's what I want to do. I don't want to do it if He's not there with the plan. I have applied to one nurse residency in my city because there's only one for some reason, and another new grad position that I saw pop up for the cardiac intervention unit. At the time I applied, I thought it was for cardiac ICU, but it turns out it's not. It's like a monitoring unit or something along those lines, but I'm still interested. The goal would be ICU. I understand I don't have my bachelor's yet, but I am going to my RN to BSN program, and unfortunately for us ADNers, it's just going to be slim pickings, I guess, where I'm at. But I don't see my education as insignificant when compared to a bachelor's. So that's what I have to say about that. But anyway, yeah, so that's the light plan that I have going on right now. I guess it's time to start applying everywhere if these nurse residencies don't pan out for me. But it also would be great to be in the same city as my sister-in-law, but I'm also not wanting to uproot my whole family to go to Texas. I know nothing about Texas. I've been in California for all my life. Born in the Bay, living in Northern California my whole life. So, yeah, this is exciting. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a brief summary at the end of these results to let you know what the plans and next steps are. I will keep you updated. Thank you guys for following this journey. As I said many times before, and I'm rambling, I'm just overjoyed. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.